This is the Qinghai Xizang Plateau. It has an average altitude of over 4,000 meters and extends across a vast area of western China. It's the source of some of the great rivers of Asia and is home to thousands of animal and plant species, some of them unique to the region. On the eastern side of this plateau lies a mountain called Nianpo Yuzi. It's the heart of China's first national park, Sanqiangyuan. Chu Ya is a local herder. He's also a photographer. His main subject is black-necked cranes. Out of the 15 species of cranes in the world, the black-necked crane is the only alpine one. In China, it enjoys first-class national protection. Every year in late March, almost 100 cranes arrive at their breeding grounds in Nianpo Yuzi. They depart for the warmer south in late October. The black-necked cranes are also under threat from a shrinking habitat caused by humans. But their situation is improving since China launched a vigorous biodiversity program a dozen years ago. Chu Ya has been taking pictures of the black-necked cranes for over a decade. In 2011, he joined a local protection group which is supported by the government to look after the birds. For Chu Ya and his brother, it's a 4-hour ride from their winter pasture to the crane's breeding ground.
那这个都让这个娘头了噻。
好哦。
哎呦，
已经成了。
The drone helps Chuya to take photographs. It also helps find and protect the black-necked cranes. Over 2,600 black-necked cranes were recorded in Qinghai in May 2024. This is over 1,400 more than a decade previously. It just goes to show how Chinese people are making efforts to protect the environment where their families have lived for generations. I continued my journey to another national park on the Qinghai Xizang Plateau, the Chilean Mountain National Park. I was excited to meet a group of dedicated people who have built a rescue base for the local wildlife.
这条沟里边，我们的这个森林植被覆盖是最好的。我们在这个24公顷里边是密集性的布上这样一批红外相机的目的，就是为了调查我们这个森林大样地里边的这个野生动物多样性情况。这个是被林子里边的鼯鼠咬断的，它主要就是吃这些松枝的这些嫩枝。你看这个地方很明显。从小就喜欢养一些小动物，大学的时候报了一个生物学的一个专业，跟着我的导师出过很多次野外，发现自己以前喜欢的动物原来更多的是野生动物。
At the start of the 21st century, the ecological environment here was devastated by the overexploitation of its rich mineral resources. Something had to be done. China launched the Chilean Mountain National Park initiative in 2017 to restore the environment.
我们就在不同的生态系统里边放相机以后，一台相机在同一时间拍摄记录下了5只雪豹同框的一个画面。拍摄6只兔狲的，拍到了黄毛猫的最高繁殖记录，对于我们来说都是特别大的收获。
Further efforts were made in 2022. The Chilean Mountain National Park Wildlife Rehabilitation Base was built in the heart of the Chilean mountains.
站上现在这几个年轻人来讲，都是特别喜欢野生动物的，而且对于这个救护啊、这个保护啊，这些都是有热情的。
刚到这儿的时候，觉得风景特别好，动物特别可爱，然后就觉得一切都挺好的。但是你真正从事这项工作以后，就发现，其实可能也是一项漫长的工作吧，就是需要有无数的那个付出。我在站上日常的话，主要是负责生物多样性工作，日常的救助的野生动物的饲养，以及笼舍清理这些工作。 不觉得辛苦，还挺庆幸的，就是能毕业之后能继续从事自己喜欢的这个行业。
门院那边我们没去有半个月了吧，今天我们去那边采样，而且还可以顺带看一下我们放归的那一只斑头雁。全年都要监测，尤其是候鸟嘛，大家都知道那个禽流感的这个携带病毒者，候鸟迁徙期的时候就频率比较高，而在我们夏季还有冬季的时候，就会那频率就比较低一点。24年。
But living in a remote place is not easy for these young people. They are under constant pressure and face many challenges.
以前觉得野生动物救护的话是一个很有成就感而且比较简单的工作，但在实际的工作当中的话，我们会发现很多野生动物它救不回来，我们就会觉得挺无力的，也挺可惜的。
就是没有按照家里人发展的那个方向，按照他们的说法，就是可能不太出息的那样。但是我觉得每个人可能活着追求的意义不太一样吧。
But the happiness of saving a life can conquer anything. These blue sheep were released into the wild, but they kept returning to the team who saved and looked after them since they were little. They were abandoned soon after birth. Chung Yuchen, who has worked at the base the longest, hand-reared the sheep. Clearly, they're very fond of her.
基本上4只小岩羊来的时候都是没有断奶的，体质都比较瘦弱。我们也尝试给它喂袋装奶，喂了袋装奶之后呢，几只岩羊都出现了不同程度的腹泻，然后我们就尝试呢，是不是可以喂牦牛奶，然后给他们的饮食呢做调整。我们自己私下里有叫他们的小名字，但是不会当着岩羊的面去叫他们。有一只叫美羊羊，有一只叫喜羊羊，然后有一只叫黑马王子，有一只叫瘸腿。为什么不叫它名字呢？就是怕我们对它产生感情，也怕它对我们产生依赖。等到它们恢复就放归了。
Ma Qinglin is a new recruit to the base. He's a specialist in animal medicine. One of his jobs is to test for diseases. Chu Fengyi has a new friend in our office.
小鸭子是一个管护站给我们送过来的，这几天刚好赶上了雨季，就是雨水降水量比较多。像这种小日龄的禽类的话，如果它们绒毛被淋湿了，造成失温的话，很容易就会死亡或者生病，所以我们就把它暂时放在室内照顾。
Chu Fengyi stayed up all night to look after the duckling.
这个小鸭子日龄比较小，它进食的次数比较多，然后晚上的时候就也得在这个恒温箱检查安全状况的时候，也得看一下它的这个进食情况。
我一直挺喜欢，就是这种纯粹的交流，就是跟动植物这样的话，就是也能学到很多，更能找到自己一个活着的意义吧。
经过工作人员们的辛勤努力，一只动物从受伤经过康复，慢慢能够回归到自然当中，这个过程的话，感觉很伟大。
从我们这几年的这个保护工作来看，我们生物多样性的提升是比较明显的。
希望 我们的生态环境能够越来越好，给我们的野生动物呢，能够有它合适的生存的范围，有它开阔的一片天地。
Heaven and earth are full of vigor. All life is thriving. This ancient philosophical thought is guiding China's environmental protection efforts. From overexploiting nature to protecting nature, Chinese people have created a successful example of establishing harmony with nature.